Hello everyone and welcome to another Hopes video. Today I'll be covering my hopes for the upcoming Super Mario Bros. Movie. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and following me on Twitter if you enjoy this sort of content. With all that out of the way, Mushroom Kingdom, and an inevitable copyright claim because this movie isn't covered by Nintendo's copyright rules, here we come! First up, I hope to see lots of Easter eggs, but more specifically, diverse ones. It goes without saying that the game is going to be full of the game. It's a movie. It goes without saying that the movie is going to be full of callbacks to the original Super Mario Bros. I mean, the ending music in the trailer was an epic orchestral revamp of the Overworld theme from that game. But I want to see stuff from beyond that game. Nintendo have been more than willing to make callbacks and references to games other than the original Super Mario Bros. In their newer titles in recent years. For example, the Mario 64 costume in Mario Odyssey, and in the movie poster we've seen this item shop selling items from across the series, and most excitingly, these badges on Toad's backpack seem to be from Super Mario Odyssey. So I have no doubt that there will be diverse Easter eggs and nods to past games, but I want big stuff. It'd be so easy for them to largely reference the original Super Mario Bros. And then just have small nods to other games. But I want to see and hear cool stuff, like locations from across different games, not just ones within the Mushroom Kingdom. And I want to hear revamped orchestral themes of tracks such as Gusty Garden Galaxy, Delfino Plaza, or World Bowser, and so on. Plus, it's in their best interest to please more than just the fans of the original game with Easter eggs, as they're people who played the original Super Mario Bros. When they were kids and now in their late 40s. More people than them have now grown up playing the newer games, and so a more diverse range of references would go a long way, I feel, to satisfy all viewers. I personally would very much enjoy some big nods towards the Galaxy games, Mario Kart, and Mario Party. Also, if they want to go crazy and chuck in a bunch of niche references too from the spin-off games like Paper Mario or Mario RPG for the fans of those series to dissect, that would be very interesting too. But in saying all that, I don't want the entire plot of the movie to be just a mess of references and callbacks or a direct copy of the whole Bowser kidnapped Princess Peach shebang we've experienced so many times now. I'd like to see an innovative and new take on the whole premise, similar to how in Mario Odyssey they were attempting to do a new spin on the original formula, where instead of just kidnapping Peach, Bowser tries to marry her, and the whole game is Mario tracking him down and trying to fix the messes he's left in each kingdom as he's gone around collecting items for that wedding. But I'd like to see this concept taken much further. They can afford to be more ambitious with the story here, as it is a movie. It can easily go much deeper than funny platforming Jumpman goes on a little adventure in its plot and characters. And I really hope they do that. We still don't know exactly what the plot is all about yet. We know it's going to involve Mario facing down Bowser, of course, as suggested by the trailer, but there's easily still chance for it to be something new and fresh. It started out well with them starting in this Ice Kingdom which Bowser destroys to get his hands on a superstar, suggesting that the plot could easily go down a different route than him simply kidnapping Princess Peach and Mario having to go and save her. Maybe he'll still do that as a side thing, but instead they could definitely go the route of her being a bit more of a girl boss and taking matters into her own hands and working with Mario and friends to stop Bowser rather than being a classic damsel in distress, which I think is a very dead and overdone trope in this day and age. Next, I'd like to see quite simply good voice performances. The idea of an all-celebrity cast and not using specially trained voice actors to do the voice work for the movie still worries me a little. Some of what we've heard, don't get me wrong, has been brilliant. Jack Black is amazing as Bowser, and it sounds like he's truly embodying the character. It doesn't just sound like his normal voice coming out of Bowser's mouth. Keegan-Michael Key and Kevin-Michael Richardson's performances in the trailer as Toad and Kamek respectively fill me with a lot of confidence too, for the same reasons as Jack Black. Chris Pratt, on the other hand, worries me. It just kinda sounds like his normal voice with a light Brooklyn accent, but that's not my main problem. I think that sort of accent can work quite well for Mario's voice, as it has in previous Mario content before, and it's not exactly fair to judge an entire performance off of a few lines, but my problem is that he sounds kinda flat and lacking in the excitement that Mario should have. Specifically, this line,
Mushroom Kingdom, Here we come!
Doesn't sound grand enough or exciting enough. He just kind of sounds a bit bored and like he's not totally going for it as the other actors are. So I do really hope that the rest of the cast do their jobs as excellently as Jack Black, Keegan-Michael Key and Kevin-Michael Richardson seem to be doing so far, and that Chris Pratt's Mario turns out to be a bit better than it's looking so far. And finally, the last and most important thing I hope for in the Super Mario Bros. Movie is that it is actually good. That is it. I simply just want to come out of the cinema and think, yeah, that was awesome. I wish for the movie to have a satisfying and innovative plot, and a good balance between it, decent comedy, musical numbers, visuals, and references. Plus, if it is good, wrapping it all up with a post-credits scene which teases something hype for an inevitable sequel would be rather nice. Something along the lines of Mario being out in the kingdom, relaxing on a hill peacefully, when suddenly something lands with a crash on the ground not far from him. He walks over to the crater and finds a glowy spiky rock, and the camera cuts to black. Or maybe they show Mario finding Flood in a box in the castle basement. Or receiving a letter saying he's won tickets for him and the gang to visit Isle Delfino. Or perhaps they'd go with something safer and it's simply showing the lava pit, which Bowser will have inevitably fell in at the end of his showdown with Mario, and having a skeletal hand dramatically reach out of the lava and clutch the ground at the side of the lake. Whatever they do, I'm sure it will be interesting and spark speculation for what the next film could be on. And with that, I conclude my hopes for the Super Mario Bros. Movie. What are your hopes for the Super Mario Bros. Movie? Here are some of the hopes of my followers on Twitter. Feel free to follow me on Twitter for your very own chance to be featured in a video like this, or head down to the comments and share your own thoughts on the Mario movie. And with that, thank you very much for watching, stay safe out there, and I will see you all in the next one.